If you've heard about Moringa but you're confused about what's real and what's hype, this video is for you. Moringa gets called a miracle tree and a superfood all over the internet, but does it actually live up to that? By the end of this video you'll know 3 things: the real, research-backed benefits, who should be careful, and 2 simple ways to use Moringa in your everyday busy life, without overthinking it. And hey, if you've been Moringa curious but didn't know where to start, drop a little plant emoji in the comments so I know I'm not alone. Alright, let's start super simple. Moringa oleifera is a fast-growing tree that's been used for food and traditional medicine in India and parts of Asia and Africa for a very long time. People eat the leaves, the young seed pods, and in some places they use the seeds and oil in different ways too. Here in the US, you'll usually see it in 3 main forms: as a green powder, as dried leaves for tea, or in capsules, and that's what we're going to focus on today, because that's what most of us actually have access to. You don't need to memorize any complicated science words to benefit from Moringa. Think of it as a very nutrient-dense, leafy green. In a convenient form you can scoop, sip, or sprinkle. So, what does Moringa actually do? I'm going to stick to what has at least some human research behind it, and skip the wild promises. First, Moringa is nutrient-dense. The leaves are rich in vitamin A, vitamin C, some iron and calcium, and even a bit of plant protein. A tablespoon of good quality Moringa powder can give you a nice nutrient top-up, especially if you're eating mostly plant-based, or you struggle to fit in enough greens on busy days. But it's a booster, not a replacement for fruits and veggies. You still need those whole foods on your plate. Second, Moringa provides antioxidants. These are compounds that help your body deal with everyday oxidative stress, things like pollution, stress, and normal metabolism. Think of this as long-term support for your cells and your immune system, not an instant magical effect you're going to feel overnight after one smoothie. Third, some small human studies suggest Moringa can gently support blood sugar and cholesterol levels. That does not make it a treatment or a cure for diabetes or heart disease. What it can be is one helpful piece of an overall healthier lifestyle, alongside movement, sleep, and a mostly whole food, plant-rich diet. Now, let's talk about where things go off the rails, the hype. You've probably seen claims like Moringa cures diabetes or even Moringa cures cancer. The reality is, some studies show supportive effects, but Moringa does not cure diseases. That's not how it works, and those claims are a red flag. Another myth is that you can just replace all your vegetables or all your supplements with Moringa powder. In real life, your body does best with a variety of plants. Moringa works best as a +1 to a mostly whole food, plant-rich diet, not as a shortcut, so you don't have to eat any veggies. And finally, there's the idea that it's natural, so it's safe for everyone at any dose. Natural does not automatically mean risk-free, especially when you concentrate a plant into powders and capsules. Before we jump into how to actually use it, I want to quickly share who needs to be extra cautious. If you're taking blood sugar medications or blood thinners, Moringa might interact with those. If you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or trying to conceive, definitely talk to your healthcare provider first before adding Moringa in supplement form. And if you have any chronic medical condition at all, it is always a good idea to check in with your doctor or pharmacist before you add concentrated herbs or supplements. I'm not your doctor. This is general education only. For most generally healthy adults, small amounts of Moringa leaf or powder are usually well tolerated. But if you're unsure, get that quick professional opinion. Alright, let's make this practical and very doable. First easy option, a morning boost. Take about half a teaspoon of Moringa powder and add it to something you already drink. That might be your usual smoothie, a mug of warm lemon water, or an herbal tea. Moringa has an earthy, slightly bitter taste, so start small. You can always work up to a full teaspoon if you like it, and your body tolerates it well. If you can stir, you can do this. Second option, treat it like a leafy green shortcut. If you have fresh or dried Moringa leaves, toss a small handful into soups, stews, or stir-fries in the last few minutes of cooking, just like you would with spinach. If you only have the powder, you can sprinkle a pinch over grain bowls, salads, or even stir it into things like hummus or dips you already make. No special Moringa recipe required, you're just upgrading the meals you already cook and enjoy. So, big picture. Moringa is a nutrient-dense plant that can support your health, but it is not a magic cure-all. Think of it as a helpful sidekick to a mostly whole food, plant-based diet, not the superhero doing everything for you. If you decide to try it, start small, pay attention to how you feel, and check in with your healthcare provider if you're on medications, pregnant, or managing a health condition. If this helped clear up some of the Moringa confusion, let me know in the comments, hit like so more people can find it, and subscribe for more simple, sustainable living tips you can actually stick with. And if you want to learn more about growing Moringa and simple, realistic ways to add more Moringa to your meals, stay tuned for the next video. I'll share how to grow Moringa at home in small spaces and 5 quick plant-based Moringa recipes for busy days. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.